What brings you in today? Socks. Well, you're in luck. Here at the men's boutique is your one-stop sock shop. I know. Try saying that 5 times fast and try putting that on a business card. Come on in. What are you looking for today? You don't know? How about this? I want to show you a couple different pairs of socks, all the way up from $2 to $150, and a couple in between. And after, I'll give you my recommendation of which one I think is most worth it. What do you think? Fantastic. Well, good for you on making the journey in to open up your mind a little bit. Socks are the most important garment that we probably wear because we're wearing them all day. But it's not very popular. Gucci and nicer socks. I shouldn't say Gucci because that's actually a brand, but nicer quality socks. Back in the day, it was much more popular to have different socks. So let's just get started, right? I'll start you off with my $2 bargain brand socks. And they come in a lot of different colors, neat colors. You see this one is orange and yellow and blue, all kinds of cool colors. This is obviously a striped sock. They come in lots of different patterns. Another example is Argyle. This is Argyle sock. Has these alternating diamond weaves. These particular socks are made with synthetic materials, polyester, cotton blends, and these are what you would call throwaway socks. These are basically your 12 for $24 packs that you get mass produced in China, Taiwan, and they're not made to last. They are pretty comfortable, but these are about lower calf they come up to, and they're one size fits all. So if you're a little bit smaller shoe size or a little bit bigger shoe size, you're out of luck. It's kind of uncomfortable, but they make very cool displays. And as you can see here, this one has geckos on it, which I think is really cool. They are a perfect opportunity to show your personality. The problem with these things is, since they are so cheap, you're talking about getting maybe 6 or 7 uses out of them before having to go to another one. This one is slightly used, and you already see the colors starting to fade and the heel starting to stretch. So socks, by their very nature are going to wear out because of how much you use them. But cheaper socks like these wear out that much faster. So while these are only $2, you put them on, you take them off. There's nothing that fancy about them. One thing that I will always caution you is, while a couple of fun patterns is nice to have in your collection, don't go with too many. If you are wearing a suit and you have something like these underneath of them, it's very difficult to be taken seriously, and I'm speaking out of experience, so no judgment. Then you get up to the $10 to $15 range, you start getting kind of interesting socks. My favorite that I sell are these. This is a purple rabbi sock, a hip rabbi. I also use Abraham Lincoln and your popular Marvel characters as well. It is a shorter sock and is perfect for jeans, chinos, but as you can see, still they look cooler, but they're throwaway socks too. And $10, it's a little expensive for something you're just gonna discard, in my opinion. Next, we also have funny socks, like we have in this bag. These socks, Nacho Average Brother, and these are on the feet. We call these kick-ups, because the only time you'll ever be able to read the message is when you're at home, you're resting your feet on the couch or something like that. These are a little bit nicer, but still utilize the polyester. And this right here is actually etched on. It's basically like painted, and there's no differentiation in all of the socks. It's all done by machine, mass produced. But what a great way to give somebody a present. What a great way to show some personality. Put those to the side. Now, let me introduce you to a concept that you probably haven't seen yet, and that's the concept of socks as they were made to be experienced, and you might be a little confused at that. Well, socks were not meant to be the hidden, low-rise things that you see today. Socks were originally designed to go up much, much higher on the calf. And they still make these high, what they call over the calf socks, and a true gentleman always needs a pair of these. Now, let me be fully transparent. I don't like wearing these. I spent a lot of time playing soccer and rugby, and they just make me feel like I'm wearing athletic socks, like I'm gearing up for the big game, but this is our most affordable option, and this is from a company called Lifestyle, and these are their gold toes. These surprisingly inexpensive. Has this nice packaging. Established in 1934. This is a 3-pack for $20. Don't have to break the bank. And these are made with synthetic materials as well, just like the other ones. So they don't make over-the-calf socks that are too cheap, like the $2 ones. So even the cheapest over-the-calf socks that you're going to purchase are still going to be more expensive. But as you can see, some patterns, some flair. When you are showing some personality as a gentleman wearing a suit, blazer, you don't want to show too much personality, but you also don't want to just wear black socks. Black socks are boring. They don't communicate any kind of message other than bleh. So a good way to get dress socks or just nicer socks that match you as a person and that allow you to have some personality is subtle designs like this, as well as ribbing. You see this in the sock. That when they become stretched, these indentations will become bigger, and it's a subtle way to introduce some of your personality. And then of course you have sort of a variation of black. But if you've ever been that person that has had to hike up their socks or is wearing something nice and you go to cross your legs and you're showing your calf or your shin, that's not good. Definitely recommend trying these knee-high or over-the-calf socks. Now, if you like that, but you'd like to get into more natural fibers, which is very important, and natural fibers are very, very important in helping not only in comfortability, but also for wicking away sweat and dirt, debris. You want to look for something that's a little bit more. Enter Boardroom socks. So this is an over-the-calf sock. This particular one has a pink polka dot, and this was made in the United States, and this is a primarily wool sock, so primarily natural fibers. There is a little bit of synthetic fiber and nylon and spandex for the stretchiness, but Boardroom socks gives you the ability to have nicer wool socks, and these things are usually around $18 to $20. They don't break the bank, and they're an excellent choice, especially if you like over the calf socks, which, if I'm not mistaken, it's the only thing that they sell. But I highly recommend, if you want to get into over the calf socks, to pick these out. Now, our last pair, the most expensive pair, actually have, keep this wrapped up. The reason being, I just got these in today. Nothing crazy. And here they are. Okay. These, once you even touch these, or feel these, in fact, go ahead. Yes, they have a certain texture, a certain quality that, quite frankly, none of these have. This is a Davide cenci Roma made in Italy socks. They currently sell for $145, and these are a synthetic, they're a natural blend of wool and cashmere. Now, a lot of the more expensive socks, they will be made of cashmere. If anybody has ever tried cashmere, they know that it's so soft that it gets holes very, very easily. When you are stretching the fabric, it's going to tear, it's going to rip. And pure cashmere socks can be very warm as well. So this is a blend of 70-30 wool cashmere. As you can see, it is ribbed as well. And it's actually has silk as well. Cashmere and silk. So very, very luxurious. Another thing that you'll notice when you get to the nicer socks is they will also be based on your shoe size. So this is an 11.5, and that will fit anywhere from a 10 to a 12 typically, but just super soft, super luxurious. And the biggest problem with these things is that just because they cost so much more doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to last forever. They might not last any longer than the other socks, the cheaper ones, but the quality and the feel is, you can't beat it. And that will also lead to you using the socks more, because they'll become your favorite socks and you'll never want to put them down. I will say that sock making used to be a bit of an art. Everything had to be attached by hand, especially on the heel, which was typically saved for last. The mass-produced socks you'll see are all one piece, as you get into the higher end socks, they are still made and attached by hand. So you'll see a very distinct line going across the heel, and that is an indication that these socks were, at least at the end, handmade. It's a lost art. So let me just put these socks back. Put these to the side. Now, which one would I recommend? Which one would I say is the most worth it? Is really the question. Well, these guys here, the dollar socks, to me, they're not worth it. You're gonna spend more time replenishing your supply, buying them, wearing them out. Just like all of these other ones, you're gonna find one pattern, a feel, a color that you're really gonna like. You're gonna wear it more than all the other ones. That one's gonna be worn out, and you're gonna be stuck with a whole bunch of dollar socks that do nothing but fill up your wardrobe. So it's worth it to invest a little bit more. What about the David cenci $150 socks? Say $150, and people go, "You are crazy," and perhaps that's true. Perhaps individuals who buy and wear silk, cashmere socks are totally nuts. And while I think that they're really nice, they are really, really nice, I don't think that I would feel even comfortable wearing them, knowing that every time that I wore them would just be like throwing away $20. That's an extra trip. You have to put them in a special wash using a cashmere shampoo, a lot of extra upkeep, and when they're gone, then you have to buy them all over again. So I wouldn't say that's worth it either, even though there is a luxury in those that I would recommend having a pair of those for special occasions. The ones that I think probably win are these, the Boardroom socks, the $18 to $20 pair of socks. They'll give you probably a couple dozen uses. It's made from natural fibers. Nothing is handmade or really hand stitched. It's not a throwback to the old days when quality was key, but these, being a natural fiber, will not only feel good but also help you stay cool in the summer and in the spring, and even at the beginning of fall. The subtle patterns are lovely, and the over the ankle design is absolutely necessary for any budding gentleman. So as a whole, I would have to say not the $1, not the $150, but to me, this right here gets you the best bang for your buck. And this is what I would recommend for you to try it out. Now, don't stock your wardrobe full of over the ankle socks till you get a chance to try them. I don't want you coming back and saying, I feel like I'm about ready to go out on the soccer field and play a game. Some people love them, some people don't. But as a whole, $1 versus 150, I'd say 18 bucks will get you these. Look for them on sale. Might get them even cheaper. So I'll give you a pair of these to try out, put on, see what you think, and you let me know which one you like the best. There you go. It's great. It's nice chatting with you too. Let me know if I could be of any more help to you. All right.